Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to our video. Here we are with Haruna Rashid, lecturer of English, a teacher, a mentor and influencer. Especially he is my mentor. So how are you, sir?
Yes, very great. Thank you.
So first of all, we want to know about your challenges in your career while teaching.
Okay, I have been teaching English since my student life, and actually as a regular teacher of English, my teaching experience in different institutions nearly 12 years. So far I have observed students. I have taught English both in city and rural area. I have an overall experience regarding the students' ability as well as their doings and performance in English. If I give an overall judgment, I would say, except few of them, most of them are quite indicating position in regard of English. Basically, I teach at higher secondary level, but still I find my students that they are not at the expected level in regard of their improvement in English. So I think this is a tremendous challenge for a teacher while getting the student not improve at the expected level at the higher secondary level.
Yes, sir, thank you so much. So what do you think about this decadence? Do they only learn for exam results?
Yes, this is another nice question and quite messing with the context. Our learners are very much academic oriented. Our guardians as well, they won a great passing rate in the examination. In fact, A+ rate, and all of them are hankering after A+, and thus they are forgetting the real purpose of education. In fact, in regard of English, I would say, nowadays a lot of guidebooks are available in the market. They are buying those guidebooks and hiring teachers, and thus they are being tutored at home as well as in different coaching centers for making good result in the examination. They are just being taught some grammar rules, how to solve the different materials related to their exam, nothing else, but they do not realize that the English set for this level student basically for serving real life purposes. But we forget, as a result, they think these materials are for only solving questions set for the examination and getting a high pass rate. In fact, A+, nothing else. And thus we are remaining poor in English.
Yes. So as we know, last year we have observed a great fall at Dinajpur board in English. So what is the reason for that? And what do you think about this fall particularly?
It's a matter of great concern for us, actually, the teachers as well as the learners. Last year in Dinajpur board, we have a very declining result, and that caused because of not knowing basics of English and not knowing how to use English in real life situation. As you know, the students, they want as usual questions, the questions set in the previous year and the year before, and they follow those samples and solve those questions, model questions in the guidebooks, and this is how they would like to have a good result. But whenever a question is set differently, they are being unable to answer the questions, and they feel that this year question has been very difficult to answer. Thus, they complain against the question setters, but I have never heard they are complaining against themselves, against their capability or competency in English.
Wow, great. So as we know that a change is being done with the syllabus and a new curriculum is coming this year, perhaps up to ACC level. So what do you think about that? Is it going to put a positive effect on our education system? Have you observed the new curriculum?
Curriculum is being changed over the years. I can go back 10 years. In 2012, perhaps a new curriculum was introduced, and in 2016, I was sent to Dhaka for a curriculum-based training. It's called Master's Training by NCTV. And that time, one writer of the textbook, Gautam sir, he trained us for 8 days, and there I heard about their mission for changing the curriculum. They set the curriculum in such a way so that the student can really use English in their everyday life. They also fought against the guidebook publishers, and they wanted to ban the guidebooks from the life of the students. But still, what we see later on, that their intention failed, and I could see the reflection of the guidebooks questions in the exams. I don't know how the guidebook publishers got so much influential in regard of academic life, but that happened. And consequently, the change of curriculum went in vain. So this year is a matter of great hope, and it's a great sign that this year curriculum has been changed, and exams have been lessened than the previous years. It's a great sign. But if the guardians do not take the changed curriculum positively, and if the government can dominate the guidebook publishers, and if the teachers are not properly trained to operate their classes, then I think the success would remain questionable, as previous records say.
Yes, thank you. So viewers, today we have heard some negative views, not negative views, but some sentences of hopelessness from him because of the real situation, that is, we are in decadence in regard of education, not only in English but also in other subjects. So now let's hear something positive and hopeful so that we can live on and make ourselves better. So sir, what is your recommendation to change the whole scenario of our education system, to change the lives of our fellow students?
Yes, it's a very difficult question. I can't sense the total education arena, but I have some exhortations for my students. I would suggest the student not to be so much academic oriented. Rather, they should focus on English of real life situation, because after all, the students who are being grown up academically, they get huge time to learn a second language. We are being taught English from the very beginning of our classes, from class 1 to any level of classes in Bangladesh. English is taught, but still we can see that most of our learners, they falter in their journey of learning English. So I think if the students focus on improving the basics of English, and basics undoubtedly means there would be a very appropriate method for learning English. English is not just solving separate materials set for the examination, but English from the very beginning, and then gradually they would follow a climactic order of learning English. So from bottom, they would gradually rise up to the topest tier. And if this method is followed scientifically, as well as if the learners try to implement their learning in real life situation, in fact, more practice, if the priority is on more practice, undoubtedly they can learn English long-lastingly and effectively.
So one last question for you, and this one is a different one. As far as I have observed, as far as we know, you have made several YouTube videos and you are good with speaking. You are a fluent speaker, and also you have taught grammar, and difficult terms of literature are explained easily in your videos so that they can be helpful, so much helpful for the students of literature. So what is your secret?
The secret is nothing but more study and focusing on myself. And I have started making videos for overall learners or general learners on YouTube, so that I can reach more learners in my teaching career. And for that I started this initiative. And secret is, I have already told you, more study and thinking more. If in fact I have a great interceptive brain. In fact, I can intercept a lot of things by my imagination. And by my imagination, I am discovering and creating new and new things. And hopefully my learners in future would be benefited by my discovery, in fact by my research. Thank you.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you so much for watching, if you have watched till now. And thanks to Harun sir for coming here. And please follow his Facebook page so that you can have amazing videos of literature and learning and many more things also. Thank you. Thank you very much.